So let's go into more interiors of the locality. I really like riding this motorcycle in these kind of roads. You get my point? These things are not possible in bigger motorcycles. Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. I am Dipayan and this is Akira, my FZ25 BS6. Well, today let's talk about the motorcycle. I mean, I had just spent around 864 kilometers with this motorcycle, just about a month's time, and I have got some initial impressions which I would like to share with you all. So yeah, let's bunk this, this kind of road. That's not for this motorcycle at all. This is the kind of road for this motorcycle. Well, that does not mean that you cannot ride it on the highway or the open stretch of roads. No, you absolutely can do that. It rides excellently over bad patches of roads. I had faced no problems. I mean, the ride quality is excellent. Given the kind of genre, I mean, given the genre of motorcycle it belongs to, the bike really performs really well. Well, yes, the first servicing has been done 2 days back. The basic servicing which is generally done in the first service, like the oil change, the oil filter change, and they check all the nuts and bolts for proper torque, and also they check the battery for proper voltage, and the drive chain maintenance, cleaning and lubing, and then adjusting it to the proper slack. All those stuffs falls under the first servicing. Pretty basic, takes around 1.5 hours time from the time they start the servicing. So all those things have been done. I had to shred off around 1500 rupees for that. Well, there are two options regarding the engine oil. One is semi-synthetic one, and one is fully synthetic one. So I went for the fully synthetic one. There is also another option for semi-synthetic one. If you go for that, then the price would drop marginally. Not a big difference. So that's why, and any which ways, I always prefer synthetic oils, fully synthetic oils. My first impressions are really good, guys. Really good. Really punchy pickup and performance. Low-end performance is really good, really commendable. I really don't want to test out the top speed or the highway performance of this motorcycle. I am never going to do that, since this bike is not intended to be ridden in the highways. It is absolutely a city motorcycle. You could say a power commuter in a way. So let's go into more interiors of the locality. I really like riding this motorcycle in these kind of roads. You get my point? These things are not possible in bigger motorcycles. I mean, nothing is impossible, but you get more fun out of doing these kind of moves in these motorcycles rather than the bigger ones. It's a compact motorcycle, guys. Shorter wheelbase, fatter tires, fatter forks in front. Give it the stance of a, street fighter. And yes, the suspension. Yeah, I have got to share something regarding the suspension of this motorcycle. There is a problem with the front suspension which I had faced, which seems to be a faulty, fork oil seal, or while I was, going to the service center for the first service, I had stopped somewhere for some refreshments, and there my eyes fell into the fork legs, and I saw that fork oil was seeping out. I mean, it was not leaking, but it was seeping out of it. And obviously when I reached the service center, while the job card was entered, when been filled up, I had informed the same to the person in charge, and then also I had a word with the service manager over there, and then I was told that it would be taken care of, not to worry at all, because I was very much concerned that in only around 800 kilometers, how am I supposed to digest this kind of a problem. So he told me that not to worry, sir, we would take note of it. And a lot of conversations happen, but the bottom line is, I was told that you ride the motorcycle for a couple of kilometers, say around 100 to 200 kilometers, and then if still the oil comes out, you take a photograph, a good photograph out of it, and send us. And then we will either change the fork oil seals, or we would change the whole fork assembly altogether, both of them. Either one of the two would be done. Decision will be solely taken by Yamaha Motor India. So as I was saying, guys, this is the kind of road that I feel thrilled riding this motorcycle in. Let me come to the question of who should buy this motorcycle, right? Well, anybody can buy it as far as you do not intend to, ride this motorcycle in the highways for a very long time. I mean, occasional highway visits are fine. Maybe there would be no problem. But yes, I must warn you, rather not tell you, I must warn you that you will be very disappointed with the highway performance of this motorcycle, since this bike is not intended for the highways. It does not have any cruising speed. I mean, all through you would feel the mid-range. There is no proper cruisable speed on this motorcycle. It's the initial and then the mid-range, and the mid-range continues till the top speed of this motorcycle, which is, I believe, somewhere around 132 or 3 kilometers. I'm not sure though, but somewhere around that speed. And there is no cruising speed at all. So you would be sheerly disappointed if you take the motorcycle to the highway and try to find out a sweet spot, a cruising speed for this motorcycle. So if you are trying to find out a motorcycle for the highways, then this is a complete no-no. But yes, if you want a power commuter, if you want to daily commute on a motorcycle and want it to be a bit more powerful than the average commuter segment motorcycle, then you should definitely go for this motorcycle. It is going to impress you like anything. I mean, seriously, you would be very, very, very impressed. And of course, if you're a power hungry person, I mean, you seek initial and mid-range power in a motorcycle all the time, then also you're going to be very, very impressed with this motorcycle. The moment you twist the throttle, you're going to feel the rush of power. So that thing is there, and it is definitely going to, you know, impress you. So apart from the fork oil seals, I did not encounter any big issues with this motorcycle. None at all. Everything is just fine, rather super fine. I'm super happy with the motorcycle. Now, apart from the performance part, let me just give you a brief explanation about the other things of this motorcycle, as you know, advantage or disadvantage that you're going to face if you buy this motorcycle. Let's first, you know, dive into the, you know, disadvantages. Now see, this is a naked motorcycle. There would be wind blasts at some point of time when you ride this motorcycle, even inside the city. And of course, if you ride it in the monsoon times, rainy season, you would find the rear end of the motorcycle getting mud in it. I mean, it's not going to fill up with mud altogether like a Ninja 300, but it's definitely going to get mud in the rear seat, or the, you know, pillion footrests and all those stuffs would be somewhat getting muddy. This bike, you know, is coming with halogen indicators in a time where LEDs are becoming more or less standard fitment. So that's obviously I had to replace them with LEDs, so I had to spend money to do that. It didn't come with the bike. So that's another thing which I think the company should have provided, although they have an option wherein you could buy a complete set of 4 indicators together, 1200 rupees a pair, I believe. The complete housing, they changed the complete housing of the indicator set to make it LEDs, which somewhat look like KTM LEDs to me. I don't like them. That's why I didn't buy it, and it's costly also, man. You don't pay money for something you don't like, right? That's why I didn't buy it. I instead got the, you know, Syntac LED indicator bulbs and replaced it with the conventional halogen ones which were installed. Apart from that, I'm not a very big fan of non-radial tires. So as you find me, you know, flick around the motorcycle every now and then, so that would be a lot more, you know, confident aspiring if the bike would have been, you know, pre-equipped with radial tires, which is not, and that is a big disappointment for me. I mean, they should, you know, have pre-installed radial tires on the motorcycle, which is not. Maybe in near future I would do so. I would install maybe Apollo H1s or Michelin Pilot Street Radial. Now let's, you know, dive into the advantages, right? The first big advantage of this motorcycle is it's a very easy to ride motorcycle. I mean, anybody, of course you need to know how to ride a motorcycle, but anybody who knows that can ride it at ease. You don't need a lot of skill to, you know, ride this motorcycle. It is so easy. It's so usable, so rideable. And the performance is very likable. I mean, very lively motorcycle. Apart from that, I really like the headlight setup of this motorcycle. I mean, I won't say it's the best in class. I won't say that it provides a lot of illumination in front of me. Maybe in near future I am going to install auxiliary lights in this one. But yes, it is no doubt better than most modern age motorcycles which are coming with LED setup. Definitely it is better than those. You would clearly feel the difference between the low beam and the high beam. I mean, it's so much differentiable. Apart from that, the brakes are excellent. The front could do with a bit more bite, that is true. But the feel is excellent. The rear and the front, both the brakes are, I would give them 9 out of 10. The front one, the front one should be 8 out of 10, and the rear is 9 out of 10 definitely. Gear shifting was a bit hard initially, but after the first service, as usual, after the first mobile change and the fine tuning of the clutch adjustments and everything, it is now very, very slick shifting. I mean, no complaint at all. Now the third advantage of this motorcycle, but being a Japanese, bike lover, I would call this a very good option. I mean, you're getting a 250cc motorcycle which is oil cooled. You're getting 20 PS, 20 Newton meters, or maybe 21 Newton meters of torque from a brand like Yamaha at around 1 lakh. It costed me around 1 lakh 80,000 on road Kolkata. So most other 250cc segment motorcycles, ex showroom price is more than this. So that's why I say that this is one of the biggest advantage of this motorcycle, that it is accessible by a wide variety of people, as the price is so less as compared with respect to the segment of this motorcycle. So that's another thing which you should keep in mind when you compare this motorcycle to other 250cc segment motorcycle. I asked the showroom people about the price of the MT15, the latest one, 2022. Well, that one costs 2,07,000 rupees on road Kolkata, being a 150cc, and this being a 250cc from the same brand. I mean, yes, of course, I can understand that is liquid cooled, that has a lot of other features like VVA and all such stuffs, but at the end of the day, there is no replacement to displacement. Nonetheless, I personally feel that the MT15 is targeted towards the more young audience, and this motorcycle is targeted towards the more mature audience. So in any which way, the MT15 was never in my choice list. I like the motorcycle, no doubt about it. I really like the motorcycle, but I would never like to own one. To sum it all up, if you want to go for this motorcycle, definitely go for it, but you just have to keep in mind that this is not a highway motorcycle. Occasional highway runs are okay, cool, but you're not going to like the performance it provides in the highway. I mean, so you have to keep that in mind, okay? Apart from that, if you have FZ25 in your mind, just go for it. Well, that said, the price of the parts, I won't call it cheap, guys. I will definitely not call it cheap. It is on the costlier side, but not very, very costly. Bearable. But at the same time, it is Yamaha, Japanese manufacturer. So you can count on their reliability, that the parts are not going to, get bad that often. Now this fork oil seal is a sheer, you could say, a matter of bad luck on my end, which in any which ways are getting rectified, of course, free of cost. So there you have it, guys. Those were my initial impressions about the motorcycle. I have only ridden it for around 900 kilometers now. I would definitely do an extensive review of this Yamaha FZ25 BS6 once I complete some amount of kilometers, say around 5,000 kilometers or so. I would definitely make a bigger and an extensive review covering more points regarding this motorcycle. But that's all as of now. That's everything that I could figure out till now regarding the motorcycle. It's a beautiful motorcycle, guys, no doubt about it. It has its own character and it plays the role really well. As I mentioned, if you intend to buy this bike and ride in the street only, then you are seriously going to love it. So that's all for this video, guys. I hope you liked it. You know what to do if you like the video, guys. Do hit the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're absolutely new to my channel, and also do hit the bell notification icon so that you get my latest updates as soon as possible. Please have a lovely evening ahead, guys. Ciao.